Your 3 babies.
Yes.
Now, we get into the meat of everything. What's next?
Oh my goodness.
What's next?
So in October of 2024,
Okay.
I was laid off from my job. And I couldn't even be upset because God told me at the beginning of 2024 to be working on God's essence. Because I kind of put it off to the back burner. I had a 6-figure job, making good money now, and I kept saying, this is what's funding my business. Well, guess what? Who's really funding my business, right?
And you know what? Those jobs, unless you use that money to hire people to keep the business going, and you're just doing it yourself.
Yep.
It does. Okay.
So that happened, and I was like, okay, I'm all in, God. Like, I wasn't mad or anything. I'm all in, and so focusing on God's essence, and I want to have a brick and mortar. I want to be in a space because I've been doing vendor events. I don't want to do any more of those. I want people to come to me, and I want my people, my target market to come. And so I have been looking for a brick and mortar just for God's essence, and then. There's so much I can say. There's so many different parts of this, but I'm going to keep it short. We've been looking at buildings. And as we were looking at buildings, I was hearing God say, not just me, right? To pull other small business entrepreneurs, not pull them along, but those that are ready have a space, right? They just need to align with God's essence or align with the wellness factor.
Absolutely.
And then we found a building. And
how quickly? Really quickly?
We started looking in January. What is this, March? We started looking in January. We looked at 3 or 4 buildings, and then we found one, and I would say at the beginning of February. But the building, it will not just house God's essence. I'm giving opportunity to other small business entrepreneurs that are serious to be in the space. And then another portion of the space allows us to have a theater. So we will have our own theater. It won't be called a whole production. We have to figure that out. But it will hold a decent amount of people. There's so many things I can say. There's so many things that I can't share specifically about the building just because... we don't want to, God gave me the vision, and, when he gives you something, no one else can take it. But we also want to make sure that we do our due diligence before we actually purchase a building, because we've met with the city. Everybody is on board. So right now we're just working on getting the building. Yeah. But it's going to be amazing. I mean, there's spaces I could have potentially up to 6 businesses. It just depends on the square footage that they need. But we're looking, can I share what we're looking for?
Yeah,
potential?
Absolutely.
Some things that we don't have in one space, right? I want a vegan restaurant. I want a smoothie bar. I want a salad bar, smoothie juice bar. I want a salad bar. I want, one of the things I've been talking to my husband about is fitness suites. I don't see that. You see salon suites. But what if you have personal trainers that don't have a space, don't want people to come to their home, but they got a space, right? That they can come and have their business. And they don't have to be there they don't have to have a store. They can have a space. I was talking to I don't know what to call her. She's not my bookkeeper. She's my CFO. I'll put it that way. And one of the things we talked about was, she was asking me about something, and I said, I want like the Airbnb, like one of the spaces being like an Airbnb for businesses. So I want to test my business with the market. So I come here, I have this like a pop-up shop, kind of sort of pop-up store. So you can be there a week, you can be there a month, you can be there a couple of days. Like maybe for the weekend, what does that look like for you in a store? In addition to, I should say, I have space in this building where we could have, if we wanted to, every weekend, about 30 small business vendors that don't want a space. They don't want a store, but they want to have a market for their stuff, for their products. So they could rent space on the weekend within the, I don't know how to, I'm trying to say it without saying it, but there's space within the building where that they can come to. So the people that are normally coming to the building just for the different services, God's Essence or the other stores or restaurants or whatever, they have an opportunity to get new customers. And can I tell you about God's Essence?
Go ahead.
Because, of course, that's going to be in the space.
Right.
But one of the things that I'm so excited about, we'll have massage rooms for massage and things like that. We'll have our products. We'll have a room to do. If you've never done one of my candle parties, please set up a candle party with me, because you will have so much fun and you will learn so much. But I'm also going to have 2 prayer rooms in there. You don't see that in a lot of places. But if you're coming for services and you just need a space, come on now. Because we get distracted a lot.
We sure do.
You know, like you were talking about, trying to sit and read and stuff. We get distracted, but a space you can just come on now. So we have the vision. God has just blown my mind, and he's blown my mind in such a way that I'm walking truly by faith. And I'm not taking it back, because I posted the other day that I'll do something. God, you take the big stuff, I'll take the little stuff. I'm all in. So God, you just show me, you grant me favor, just show me who I need to talk to, what I need to do. And every single step, when the word talks about your steps being ordered, that's what's happening.
And this is giant size.
Oh yeah.
This is giant size.
Yes.
Faith, right?
Yes.
Because I'm going to share with you, God gave me a vision of something in 2006. I didn't think it was possible. My faith was not where it is today. And so I wrote a book. I wrote it in a book. Like 3 months I wrote this book. And